Has it ever happened to you? You watch a movie, but then again, you miss the introduction part or the beginning part of the movie. Then what will happen? You will not going to be fully understand of the story, why the good guys end up doing that particular thing, or why this evil guy, why the bad guy over here kind of like, keep chasing these good guys, and why, what's going on, why this person is over here and why that person is over there. The movie like Cinderella, for example, I know for some of you guys Cinderella movie is just way too old. Well, yeah. So Cinderella, for example, if you're missing out the first 10 minutes of the movie, then you will not going to understand like why Cinderella must live with the stepmother and then receiving all of those kind of like mistreatment and then the ill treatment of the siblings and so on, and then probably you will be like what you won't be understand like why Cinderella can just simply run away from the house. So this video is not about Cinderella, but this video is about us, the story of human, us, okay? As we are living in this broken world, and then we got disappointed, and then we got hurt, and we got sick, and then we got angered, and then we got sad. It's kind of a bit similar with the story of Cinderella, isn't it? Sometimes you'll be thinking like, why it happens to me? It's not fair. Why I have to be the one who do the chores, and meanwhile my siblings can just like, playing his new PlayStation 5. Or how come my friend have a better mom? How come my friend have a better parents than me? Meanwhile, look at me right now. My mom and my dad always scolding me every day. So these are the major questions that every human must answer. Who are we? Why are we here? And what is wrong with the world? What is wrong with the life, the problems? And last but not least, what is our destiny or the ultimate final goal? Is there any end of all of this kind of like misery? Is there any kind of like end of all of this kind of like life? Those are very basic questions that every human must answer. And then as a Christian, we answer it from the Bible, from the beginning. By knowing our beginning, by knowing our origin, by knowing like, what is in the beginning, the first 10 minutes of the movie, the introduction part of the movie, our life can become more meaningful, and then like all of these things that, happens to us can be more bearable. So today we're going to talk about the beginning of the Bible itself, which is the book of Genesis. Yes, book of Genesis. We're not going to cover the whole book of Genesis, only like the early part. Let's go be very basics about it, okay? Now the Bible has a two-part, okay? The Old Testament and the New Testament. Now when we talk about the Old Testament is the collection of the ancient writings compiled by the ancient nations of Israel. It was written at different times by different authors in the span of thousands of years. So that means like this author and with another author, they do not know each other's. However, the cool things about this Old Testament, even though the author is different, the writings or the book within the Old Testament has a different style, but then again, it has the same theme. The theme is about who is God and who we are as a human being. And this theme covers all of these four major questions that I mentioned earlier. The first book of the Old Testament is known as the Genesis. If I have to summarize like what is the book of Genesis all about, is how God created good and orderliness over dark and chaos, and putting human in a very important place in the creation as a partner with God, together to reign over the creation. However, because of the rebellions of mankind, they thought that they could be better without God. And what happened from that rebellion is, of course, evil and suffering and remorse and death. So that is the Old Testament all about, and that is the first 10 minutes of your introduction in the movie. So in the beginning, God created the world with His command, with His word. He commands the world into existence. Now when He create from nothing into something. Questions. Can you create something out of nothing? No. Yeah, you cannot make a bread without any materials, right? You cannot make a bread from the thin air. You must at least need ingredients. The question is like, who made those ingredients? Well, someone else did, or maybe the natures provide, right? You cannot create something out of nothing. Only God can create from nothing into something. Now we have a fancy word for that. In Latin, we call it as the
ex nihilo.
Another interesting part about the creation is God created the world in 7 days. Now, it's interesting, the Bible, your Bible, if you read the book of Genesis chapter 1, that it says there, it was being described there, the world was formless and empty. Now, it's kind of like interesting, in the original Hebrew language, it means tohu vavohu. Tofu what? Tofu delicious what? So toku vavohu. Now toku vavohu, it means kind of like, if you translate it into English literally, it means like wild and waste. So imagine wild and waste, pictures of like, you are in the middle of a desert where there is no plants, there are no water, not even greens, not even cactus. Nothing can live in the desert, just like that. Now, so that is what it means by wild and waste. Or your Bible says the formless and empty. So pay attention. Now these are the 7 days of creations, and I will give you some tips how to memorize them all. Okay. First, on the first day, God created the light. God made the day and the night. First day, the light bulb. I want you guys to have this kind of like pictures in your head. One light bulb. That means God created light. Not light bulb. God created light on the first day. Okay, good. Next, moving on. On the day 2, God created the sky and the sea. The sky and the sea. The tips is to memorize the second day is like, imagine, I know this is a bit kind of weird, a shoe falling from the sky and then fell into the sea. Because why a shoe? Because shoe have the same rhymes with the word two. Two shoes falling from the sky to the sea. 2 shoes falling from the skies to the sea. Easy? Alright. On the day 3, God separated the water and the land. And God created the plants and the trees. On the day 3, God created the trees. Three trees. Trees live on the land. So therefore, on the day 3, God created the land. Now, moving on. On the day 4, God created the sun, moon, and star. Now, the word 4 sounds like a door. So, I know this is getting weird. Imagine a door. You're opening the door at night and then you saw the sun, the moon, and the star in the sky. On the day 4, you opened the door and then you saw the sun, the moon, and the stars in the sky. And on the day 5, God created the birds in the sky and the fish in the water, or the fish in the sea. So, on the day 5, the bird and the fish, they high five. Give me high five. There you go. Virtual high five. So the birds and the fish, they had a high five. So that means on the day 5, sounds like a high five, God created the birds in the sky and the fish in the sea. Don't get mixed up, okay? Don't say like this. The bird in the sea and then the fish in the air. And now on the day 6, after God created the land, and now God created animals that who live on the ground. The cow, the horse, the lion, the tigers, and also human. Human have to take care of all of these animals, and then the human must carry a stick. So I know this is a bit kind of weird. So to memorize, like on the day 6, God created the ground animals. You have this kind of like weird pictures in your head. On the day 6, the word 6 sounds like stick. The word 6 sounds like stick. Imagine a man walking with a stick with the animals around him, because now human is the shepherd. This human taking care of all of these animals, of course. Stick as a shepherd. Get it? I know, it's kind of a bit weird. A little note about the day 6 when God created the human. God did not just using his word like let there be light, let there be animals, or let there be human. No. God did not command, but God intimately, he formed human. He made human with his hand. And then after that, he personally breathed into that human with his spirit. When God created human were created according to his image. Now what does that mean? According to his likeness. If you walk into the mirror and then like who do you see? A reflection of you, right? A reflection of you. Is it you? It's not you. But it's you. Get it? It's not you, but it's you. It looks like you. It looks exactly like you. That is the reflections of you. Now, similar. When God created human looks like God, but it's not God. Human have a very important positions in the creations. Of all of the creations, human are way higher than all of the animals and all of the natures. Now, not just that one though. God, as He is a good God, He trusted human. He entrusted human to take care of the creation just like He take care of this world. Oh, so by the way, when we talk about like the image of God, it is the big no-no for you to making fun of someone or you're being mean to others. Because why? Your fellow human is the image of God. Now, what does that mean? If you're insulting someone, that means you are insulting their creator. If you're hurting someone, that means you are hurting also their creator. Get it? So in conclusion, God created this world and everything is in it with a purpose. The purpose is for goodness and orderliness. And then He created beautifully. Look all around you. If you go to the beach, if you go to the mountain, this world is the garden. It was in the setup that God put human in charge in this garden to be in charge according to God's character, which is God's character is goodness, truth, and beauty. Yes, exactly. Just like your school's logo. So there you go. I'll see you guys next time. God bless you guys all. Bye bye.